Hey guys! Wait, how did you guys know that I was gonna be here? Holy cow, this is hysterical. Hello. That is so funny. How did you guys know I was gonna be here? Oh, maybe because I posted it? That's so strange. I started it and then I realized that I had to finish. I was baking, so I had to finish some cinnamon rolls and some cookies. And I was proofing the cinnamon rolls, so I had to wait for those to get finished proofing, and then I had to bake them, and then I made this like braid with dried like blueberries and dried cherries, and half of it was really really good. I frosted them with like a butter caramel frosting. All the stuff that you do when you are home. Okay, so this is weird because I have to hold my phone. Maybe I'm in the right direction, right? I guess I'm used to looking at the other way. So I figured everybody is home anyway, and I would just get some readings in here. Let me see if I can find the comments section live chat. All right, there we go.
You've got mail.
So yeah, just some lightness, I guess, some levity and some lightness and fun and humor and get us out of this. So I don't know. I have pizzas in now. So eventually I'm gonna have to go downstairs after I start smelling those and we'll have to take those out for dinner. All right. I know I'm super, super, super. Cecily, okay, so you're here at least. All right. I will vibe on you. Interesting. Okay. I think we may have a lot of new people here today as well. So if any of you in the chat room, you see Lalanya, we call her Lala, and she has a wrench. Kim might show up as well. She also has a wrench. If you guys have any questions about how I do this or you want to get filled in, then just ask Lala. She will definitely let you know. So basically, I am a medium, and for those of you who are new, and thank you, Anoop. Yes, I hope you guys are doing well too. I think that, there's nothing that brings the globe together like a pandemic. Like I said, a little bit of lightheartedness because we really have too much seriousness going on right now. Okay, so again, for those of you who are new, I'm just going to pull people out of the chat room and I will read people as information comes through. My entire house is full of children and animals, so they may very well bother the heck out of me, but that's okay because I have a newfound patience level. All right, so let's flip on back here. So Cecil and Polly, you have to leave, and let's just grab something for you really quickly. So one of the really nice things, and I know, you guys probably have questions about this whole situation, and I've already, if you want to know my thoughts on it and what I have been shown, you can go to my Facebook page. And I have to the God's Reader page, and I've posted things on there that I've been shown as far as my feelings go. So I'm not going to really address that here. And I'm just going to do the readings because that's what people need a break from is all of that seriousness. So Cecily, the one thing that I'm showing, regardless of what's going on right now, your guides are showing you taking your feet out of like a mud puddle. And it's more mud than it is puddle, but you're taking your feet out and you are stepping to the right hand side of that puddle. Now, when somebody does something like that, it's basically telling me that they have just gotten through a very difficult time. You are barefoot, which means that everything right now, you may not feel like it, but your personal choices are within your control. And it's definitely something that you want to take advantage of because again, there's so much that is out of our control right now that whatever you can deal with and anything that you can control, you want to do the best that you can possibly. And that means even starting something new. And I think people are also finding all these new things that they're capable of and that they can accomplish even with the world closed off to them. And this is just a trial run. So this is just a trial run for everyone. Um, but the fact that you're getting off on the right hand side means that there is an opportunity that's coming to you. But because you've been so swamped with negativity behind you, that you may choose the more comfortable path. And I can completely understand. However, if there is an opportunity to do something outside of your comfort zone, take that instead. It'll save you having to go through everything again that you just went through. So, Cecily, that is for you, and it's a positive. It means you've come to the point of decision making. Make it happen. Definitely. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back up here. I know there were so many people waiting. Miriam. Miriam is on here. Let's take a peek at Miriam. Miriam. There's a lot of browns and beiges around you, Miriam, which represent a newfound grounding. And this is, for me, it is nice to see because tomorrow I have 12 readings, one after another. It's exhausting. And last week was horrible, chipping away at everybody's anxieties. So seeing these positive messages coming through is very, it's good because it does show hardiness in people and the ability to move through physically, spiritually, and mentally through problems. So, Miriam, the one thing that they do show again is this brown tinges of everything is brown, tans, beiges. It represents grounding. And the grounded feeling is something that allows us to really focus and get things accomplished and not be up thinking. So, idea who that is, but yes, that is the Exorcist ringtone. So if you, when you're like, okay, so today when I was cooking and I was mixing and then I was done mixing and I was washing, I found myself up in my head thinking, and I was all the way up here. And I went, what am I thinking? I'm cleaning this bowl right now. So I had to bring myself back down to I'm washing this. I'm washing the bowl. I'm cleaning the bowl. Because sometimes we go into those daydream states of mind. It's the same place we get to when we're sleeping and we receive messages and we give messages, and we're also vulnerable to things that may want to make us feel a certain way. And so I recognized that and brought myself back. And so being in that place is an awesome place to be able to get things accomplished right now. Just as long as you stay focused and you don't, because if if you're like, let's say running, or you are doing a solo thing, painting, or whatever it is that you do alone, this is our time to commune with spirit. We talk to our work through problems. We do lots of these things. And so that color is saying remain grounded. When you're doing your thing, think about them, contemplate them, but keep yourself grounded, and it will just make you feel so much better right now, especially. Okay. So let's see. Chad was on here. Chad, hello, Chad. How are you? How are you? You guys, what time was it? 3:55 you guys got on? What time is it? Oh my gosh. You guys saw me. It lets you know that long ago that I was getting ready to do the live. See, I set it all up and then I took the photo and then boom, I had to go back downstairs, do all that stuff. That's crazy. I didn't think it let you guys know anything until I was actually like live. Hey, don't mind the dew, man. Don't mind the dew. This is my like inside unstraightened look. Okay, don't mind the dew. Don't mind the dew. All right. So Chad, for you, that's crazy. It lets everybody know. Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So, Chad, for you, just looking at this, again, I don't remember my reading so much. It's just that I want to make sure that I'm seeing something different or new for you. And it's funny to say that because I don't remember readings, but they will show me something and I'll go, "Oh, okay. I remember now what you had told me before." Um, and I'm looking to see if there's anything that's out of the ordinary for you, Chad, that you need to know as far as like you or your wife, even your friend who is battling cancer right now. I'm looking at all three of you guys right now. Looking at children, looking at, I don't see anything crazy for you, Chad. I'm looking everywhere. That's not a bad thing, especially with how things are going right now. I'm looking finances, everything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to come back to you, Chad. If there is anything, your guides will definitely let me know. Christina Pranga. Christina Pranga. Let's take a look at Christina. Christina, your guides show you walking through a large arched door and it's dark on the other side. Usually that's the case. It's not like we are shown or given clarity on everything. It's more of a, well, it's your decision if you go through or not kind of a thing. And so that means that you've got something coming up where you are, excuse me, I have to fix my hair. It's hanging all crazy like. Okay, so Christina, you are going to have this decision to make. It's not going to be clear to you, but it is a big door and it's a really cool door. And it looks almost like, I don't want to call it stone or medieval, but it does look old, meaning it could have a past life residue attached to it, this next portion of your path. And it means that, well, when you're walking away, you kind of look like Stretch Armstrong a little bit. Like I can see you stretching and pulling back. And so walking through that doorway is kind of a, I don't know what's the right word. It's a victory for you because what you have dealt with has created an ability to bounce back, so to speak. And everything that we go through in life has a purpose. Nothing happens in vain. And so walking through that arch is a positive thing. It's just that whoever is hanging on to you back here and trying to hold you from going through that door is eventually going to let go, and it's going to, you're going to snap back into where you're supposed to be. Not to say that it doesn't hurt when somebody does something like that, but it means that you will be whole as you walk through that door with a lot of lessons behind you that you can refer to and remind yourself of. It's crazy. Looks positive. You do have these really cool looking boots on though. And so again, past life residue means that this is something that you've previously dealt with emotionally or experience wise, and you are going through it in a similar, it's like same church, different pew. And this time you just have to make sure that you get through it the right way. And that means that you're going to be making some hard decisions. Yeah, it's not easy. Not easy. Not easy being cheesy. Okay. Let's see. Mary Grace Kirby, you did not miss. You did not miss it. So you're always like my super cheerleader, Mary Grace. You're always messaging me when you can somehow feel like, hey, Rebecca is completely like on the bottom of, like stuck on the bottom of somebody's shoe, like a piece of gum. You always have this way of picking that up, and then you send me this little message, and it really makes me feel better. So, part of the, I know part of your work is right now that what you are going through is this spiritual awakening as well. And it's not, see, the thing that I pick up for you, or the message that I pick up with you, is that You have the religion knowledge, but you're not religious. You are very spiritual, and that is the way to be. It is understanding the different types of religions, and not so that you can go hit someone with a Bible, but so that you can understand the connections that we all have together, and then take from it the spiritual aspect of what's inside all of us. And that's what you're doing. And you do it with me, and I guarantee you do it with other people. And that's probably why I'm supposed to mention this to you and call this out to you. I can tell you really quickly, though, that there is a female that you are either aware of now or will be made aware of that is out on the water in a very small boat. And it does not look like she's well equipped to be on the water, meaning she has been hasty in involving herself with something and maybe a little in trouble. Uh, I'm supposed to tell you that if this situation does not turn out properly, it is not a failure on your part. It is just that you were there and caught wind of what was occurring, and you just happened to spy it. Not that it was placed there like, here, Mary's, we're going to put this in her path for her to fix. So you may be finding yourself in a situation that is not yours to correct, but you will experience it. Oh, all right, let's see. Hold on a second. Who's from the UK? Hi from Michigan. Alyssa. Hi. How are you, Alyssa? 1225. I don't know. I don't recognize your little thing there, so I'm definitely gonna vibe on you here. Alyssa, just getting home from work. Oh my goodness. Is that what that said? Did I read that quickly? Did I read that right? Like, just getting out of work. Okay, okay. So Alyssa, um, let me see here. For you, I'm smelling pizza. You guys are gonna. Well, I'll do Alyssa first, and then we'll walk downstairs and get my pizza before I smell burning. Alyssa. So interesting what they're showing. What your guys are showing right now, Alyssa, is that I'm walking behind you over here, and this is my left, and then over here is a similar, like a parallel path. And what this is saying is that you have a situation going on right now where you are doing more of what is expected of you or what other people want and not what you want. Now, that may entirely be true where work is concerned just due to the situations at hand. You may be an essential worker. However, is this so crazy? We're living in the United States, and I'm like, you may be an essential worker and you can leave your house. Okay. But what it really means is that in life in general, you are doing and always have done what other people want and expect of you rather than what you want. And it's really about time that you start sprinkling all of your magical fairy dust onto your pathway and live it according to what you want rather than what other people desire or expect. This is super important because you really are a glittery, sparkly personality, and I can see a loud laugh and boisterous. But then I'm also seeing this other pathway that is kind of stifling and holding you down, maybe shutting down your personality a little bit. And that can be depressing. When people hush me, I'm like, "What did you just do?" And I will get louder. I will. If I'm told to Rebecca, you're being too loud, I'm like, "What? What did you say?" I'm pretty defiant like that. Somebody tells me that I'm being too loud or I'm being a certain way that they don't like, then I will do what I can to get rid of that person. That's just the way it is because it feels too good to be yourself and to be loud. And I will not hang out with people who hush me. I just won't. I'll do what I can without them. And that goes the same for you. It's very important that another thing also that they're showing is you guiding or teaching people. And so there will be, my cat just showed up. Hi, Cotton. he's probably going to get right here and block your view of me. But there is this like educational or learning experience. So it feels like you are either teaching or guiding people on that path. It's very important. When is here? This is Cotton. Cotton. There's my pretty kitty. Say hi. Say I own this place. All right, I gotta go check my pizza because I'm pretty sure it's burning now. Pretty sure the pizza's burning. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Me too.
Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me. Excuse me, everyone. Okay, hold on one second. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on a second. I think my pizza's burning. 4:44. Don't stop doing what you're doing. See? Look at that. 4:44. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Okay. Here, will you hold this for a second, right like that? Thanks. I gotta get the pizza out or it's gonna burn. Alpha! All right. Bam! Hold on. We're gonna burn ourselves here. Hold on, everybody. Sorry. Gotta get dinner out.
Mom, there's a motor.
Hold on. Ouch! Okay. All right. See, look. Look at this. Look at fruity bread, cinnamon rolls, pizza, cookies. I have been a crazy girl today. I was baking up a storm. Okay.
She made 4 steaks already.
I did. I made a lot. All right. Let's cut this and get some more. Let's cut the cheese. All right. Let's see who else is here. You know what, Mary Grace? No, we don't distance ourselves in the house. We have not been out of the house. I think I went out to get a couple of things the other day, but I have not been out, none of us have been out of the house. And this house, every day I sterilize it constantly, so everything gets washed. Blurpy 24. Okay, so let's take a look at Blurpy 24. How? Okay, so Blurpy. What is that? Where are you? We're going to go back upstairs in a minute. So Blurpy, you look like you are... Your pathway. Okay, so the path that you're on is good. I mean, the pathway that you're on, you can't go anywhere but the path that you're on. You can't go anywhere but the direction you're going. Could you possibly turn around and go backwards? Yeah, but whoever considers doing something like that. So they show you having a lot of choices as if you were in like a tunnel system. So you can go forward every now and then. You can go to a different direction, but you know, let's think like pretend like you're walking through a pipe or a walking through a pipe. She's wearing my oven mitts on her feet. Apparently she saw this on TikTok. So, let's think now. When you are in a pipe, pipes run water. Okay. They're never they're like never full of water, but they run the water. And so with that comes a little bit of being wet. It also, when I'm walking behind you, I also get this feeling of, maybe the word would be isolation. And okay, let's just put that out there again. It is what it is, what we're going through right now. However, I am not vibing on your initial energies. I am pushing past everybody's initial shell and getting to that. So this feeling of going through these tunnels alone, or this isolation feeling, this is probably something that you would be feeling in an everyday life, even if we were going about it in an everyday life. And having to make decisions alone, not having anybody there that is going to help you make a decision, or yeah, that's important, because what they're showing me, this sounds really crazy, but they'll show me videos and movies and pictures and stories and stuff to be able to understand what kind of message they're passing on. And the other thing that they're showing me for you, Blurpy, is, do you know that story about little Henny Penny, who um, who she said, hey, I'm gonna go bake some bread, and who wants to help me bake it? They're like, not I said a pig, not I said a goose, not I said a horse. Okay, so she goes and I'm gonna do it myself. So she goes and bakes it herself. And she bakes delicious bread, and then all of a sudden everybody who didn't want to help can smell that bread, and now everybody wants some of that bread. And she's like, sorry, I'm gonna eat it all by myself. So that's kind of what they're saying right now, is that you may feel like you are having to do a lot alone, or you may feel that you are not getting the help that you need. But it really does come down to, we're gonna do upstairs. Hey guys, come get your food. It's muy caliente, so don't put it in your mouth just yet, because it'll take the skin right off your tongue. Okay, so you may feel like you're doing a lot of things alone right now. You may feel like you're experiencing or having to go it alone, but you know what? It really just comes down to, that's the fact for you right now. And eventually people are going to say, hey, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that. I want to do this with you. And you're going to, you know what? You're going to finally know who your real and true friends are. It's going to be made very clear to you. So this is kind of a time of like a gift for you. What? I looked at him and he was like, what? Did you hear that? All right. Yeah. Blair P, yeah. Um, I can see that, but it's basically just knowing that where you are going, you can't get lost. And although it may feel like you're constantly surrounded by problems and dealing with issues, again, you can't get lost in this situation. It is a tunnel system that you're walking through, and it looks uncomfortable, and it looks, like I said, you're going it alone. But in the end, you will know exactly who your true friend, who showed up when you needed them, and who is showing up for whatever it is that you might be able to give them in the end. So just pay attention to that and know who you're dealing with as well. And you're never totally alone. You're never totally alone. Um, when I couldn't even tell you, but really quickly, a long time ago, I was sitting on my back deck, and some of you may have heard the story, but I was sitting on the back deck and I was having like a huge pity party. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I sat there and I said, why is it that everyone comes to me and gets answers? Who am I supposed to go to and get answers? Because obviously I can't do this for myself. And I heard, you need to come to me. And so, although I am here to help people or to provide information, my ultimate goal is to help people to know what I do and how to do it, and to find that relationship and that communion, and then support people while they are uh, journeying to that awakening. That is really what I'm trying to do in everything that I do. And so you're never truly alone. You always have your guides with you. You always have your God with you. You have spirit. There's people everywhere. We just don't see them on that different dimension. So never truly alone. Where did my chat go? Chatty room. Where'd you go? Okay, let's go back up here. All right. No, 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 no. All right. All right, let me find my, there we go. Okay. Garza. Garza. Let's take a peek at Garza. So for you, Garza, there looks to be some travel. Now, it looks like you can't get out of it. This is something that you're going to have to do. It doesn't look like it's a frivolous trip or just a vacation. This is travel that you're going to have to take part in. So if the opportunity or the experience comes to light and you all of a sudden are thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to travel? It's probably something that you're going to want to do or have to do. And I don't see anything negative or bad about it. So I wouldn't say any worry, just to be naturally smart. Um, just to be smart about it. M. Garza, very important that you do that. Very important. All right, so let's see here. All right, you're welcome, Blair P. Isabella, I have never read for you before. What's going on with Isabella? Oh, really quickly. Annabelle, for you, I'm supposed to say hi from Hunter. Like, he bopped in and he goes, "Hey, can you please tell my mom I said hi? Hello?" And started singing "You Are My Sunshine," and I'm supposed to tell you that. So, Annabelle, for you from Hunter, hello, you are my sunshine. Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me, excuse me. Okay, thanks, bye. That's kind of what he just did. So, I'm supposed to let you know. All right, so Isabella, okay, so you're new here too. I've never read for Isabella before. So let's take a peek at Isabella. Isabella, the one thing that your guides are showing is that you are coming over a mound right now. You are just about to come over a ridge, and it's all grass. Like everything is grass. And the view that comes, the horizon, I guess, that comes into view is this amazing open, beautiful field. So, one thing for you, Isabella, one thing that's coming through with that message is you have broken out of your habitual behaviors and you are now about to see what is yours, what you are capable of, what is within your reach, what is within your grasp. It doesn't mean that you're going to run for those things. It means these things are becoming apparent to you. The choice lies in either going to those things or going back where you came from. And so knowing what is yours now completely changes you mentally, physically, psychically, spiritually. Everything is changed. And the chair that you used to sit in behind you no longer fits. It's way too small. Like you cannot get your butt in that chair anymore. You just can't. And you'll sit there uncomfortably like, oh my gosh, this is great. I used to love this chair, but I don't like sitting it anymore. And so the need to go out into that field is so important for you right now. There's so many relationships and incredible opportunities for you, Isabella. You've got to go do it. And you may have to wait until this whole like COVID thing ends, but I'm telling you, you've just rounded a horizon, broken massive habitual behaviors, and things are about to seriously look up for you. It's like amazing. It's really very, very cool. I'm super excited for you, and I really want to know what all that means. Um, okay, so let me go back here. There was another person that was flipping me that's new. Balance 888. I love that number 888. Okay, first of all, I was born on August 8th. Eight's just my number. Okay, so balance 888. You have a brand new relationship that is coming into your life that feels monumental. It feels life changing, and it feels as if this is someone you probably have several previous lives with. So if you haven't met this person yet, recently, you will, and you'll just know. And it feels like this is an individual that kind of throws you off kilter a little bit because you are trying really hard to assess who this individual is. Why are you feeling this way? Why are they making you feel this way? Um, you you look like you are connected somehow spiritually anyway. So it feels as if your connection feels more earthly. So I'm not sure if it's Wicca or if it's nature, but there is definitely a strong connection to the earth with you. And this person feels almost like you're yin and yang happening here. Like you're the yin, he's the yang, or she. It's like I'm not sure of the gender of this person yet in relation to you. It feels opposite though. personality, like water and fire. There's a balance with this individual, so it kind of throws you off because it would not be someone that you are normally attracted to or the desire to grow from. So this is completely new for you. All right. All right. You're welcome, Annabelle. You're welcome, Isabella. You're welcome. Hold on one second here. I finally have my thing back here. Ramandeep, I definitely am saying prayers and blessings for this whole world, for everyone. And Spirit is, I think, more worried about the human reaction to this whole thing than anything. Interesting. Interesting. Um Balance, that's funny. All right, high priestess, has Scott the Pisces man been messing around with other people after we broke up? Um High priestess, after you broke up? See, now I normally don't do relationship stuff. I don't look at it. But this looks like this would just be a behavior that this person had prior to you. Um During when you had like a short spell of being apart, and it looks like something that you would have been dealing with, this person breaking all the time. hmm Not just after you broke up, it was before, after. Yeah. And can I just also add this, because again, I'm seeing this and I just want to make sure the behavior that you're dealing with from this Pisces person cheating is nothing to do with you. So I don't want you to put your signature on that person's cheating or infidelities as your own. This was a behavior before you, during you, and after you. It's just the way this person rolls. So what you need to do is decide that you are on a 10 and this person's maybe a 4 or a 3. And then you need to move on to someone who sees you as that 10 and worthy of you. That's what you need. So yeah. And he left me for, he doesn't, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's time for you to move on. Definitely. Um, let's go back up here. I finally can move back up. My hair looks crazy too. Okay. Puppies are doing very, very well. All right. They were all locked up, lots of people on it. Amy Sue Myers. So Amy Sue, let's take a peek at you. Amy, you are on like a little bit of a raft and you're facing your beach. So what that means is anytime somebody's on the water, it represents issues, but it can represent opportunity as well. And the beach represents, or solid ground represents, a person's feelings of being grounded, safe, and secure. So when I'm seeing you, Amy, you're on the water in this dark navy blue suit. You have a pair of heels on. It's a beautiful suit, but it's not something that you'd be wearing on the water. And you're standing up facing, you have this long stick that is down and you're kind of using it to move you around. You do not have oars. This is a massive amount of balance that's required to do this. And you look like the Xena warrior princess standing there on that boat. And I don't see you getting any closer. So that's telling me that you're anchored, and anchors represent God or spirit, saying, okay, you're in the right place. It's just the wrong time. Like, give it some time. I'm not going to let you get back to your securities just yet because this has to happen. Excuse me, you were just ahead of the game a little bit. So you look ready to accept any challenges that come your way. And I'm just going to call them like challenges for sure, because it's not like these things are going to come easy. So for you, Amy, you are dry on this little rafty dude thing. You have the ability to steer, but you're not going back to your safety and security just yet. I know that once in this field, it's obviously it's like work related, uh, concerning, work and it is concerning work. It's work related. There we go. It's all that sugar I had on those stupid cinnamon rolls. It was just way too much. It's just way too much. You you look ready and you look prepared. It almost makes me feel like you've got some kind of new opportunity or a new job coming, something new. You look like you're interviewing for it. So if that's the case, that means that that's why they're holding you back because the new job thing, that whole new idea has not yet come to fruition for you to accept. So you'll have to let me know about that. Okay. Oh my God, seriously. All right, you're welcome. You are welcome. Is there anyone that has a message for me? Okay. Carol Jones. No, High Priestess, you can't change him. And you know what? To answer that before I go to Carol, I am so grateful and thankful that everyone that I wanted to be with, I'm not with. Thank God. I look back and I go, oh my gosh, that could have been me. Or look at the garbage psychotic crap I'd have been dealing with. And just be thankful that sometimes what we want, that's where that verse, lean not unto your own understanding, comes in. Because we attempt and try so desperately to make things happen because we want them to, but we don't see the whole contract in front of us. We don't see the whole game and the rules and how it's going to play out. And the reason we don't is because we would royally screw everything up if everything was our way. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. We'd be retracting a lot of mistakes. So you have to wait for this to play out and look back in hindsight. Not to say you're not going to cry your eyes out and slobber and snot and blubber for the next couple of days because you want to be with this guy, but you're worth more. And the fact that he is not giving you what you are worth, do not let that reflect on you. And that goes for everybody who is dealing with a piece of crap in their life, male or female or male or whatever it is. Don't allow people to mistreat you. So, Carol Jones, I was reading for you. You're welcome, High Priestess. You're welcome. Carol Jones. Carol, I think this is your mom that's coming through. What does she smell like? She smells like two things. Oh, a couple of things. You know what she smells like? She smells like an old kitchen. She smells like pots and pans and soap, and I don't know how to describe it. She smells like linoleum and stainless steel, and she just smells like an old kitchen. I know that sounds really, really crazy. Um, but Carol, this woman, I'm thinking this is like a mother figure coming through for you. And she feels like I want to sit down with her and have a cup of tea. That's what like I'm supposed to tell you, Carol, is I want to sit down and have a cup of tea. And I I feel so squishy next to her. I feel like all noises, everything is turned off, and I can just sit down and have a cup of tea with this woman. Um, so Carol Jones, this again, mother figure coming through. I just want to listen to what she is saying. It sounded like she's saying it's time. It sounded like she's saying it's time to go get it, go get him. It's time. It's time. And So for you, Carol, when she does that, she kind of goes, okay, she rubs her legs. And she just makes me feel like it's definitely time for you to, if you should or shouldn't, and get up and move. And it feels like this was going to be a difficult decision because you're having to let go of something that you love or that you have grown accustomed to. But it feels like having to let go of something like selling a house or, a property. Um, and then also mending a relationship. So this is either like father or sibling relationship. It's male that you're going to have to go out and repair or mend. Um, and that's what she is saying there. Okay. So let's see here. I want to address something too that High Priestess said. So one of the, I had explained earlier, why I do what I do. I do this because I am passing on messages from the other side that are important for people to reach and to hear. And one of them is because I've dealt with so many people who've committed suicide. Yes, the ones that have committed suicide. And there are two sides to this whole thing, okay? Especially now with all the anxiety and the stress that people are going through. But the people who have done that, um, the very second they do it, the very split second they do it, they're sorry. They want to take it back. Um, they are bargaining and they're trying to make a deal, just let it all be okay. And sometimes for some, it's way too late. They've destroyed the package that they carry their soul in, and there's no going back from that. But there is this process that people who have committed suicide go through. So the first one is they'll come through to me. Maybe they don't have a face, or they can't talk. Everything is like a really bad, garbled cell phone connection, and the process is they're taken to where they're finally going to see their life contract again, at which point they're going to see who they're not going to help or save in this lifetime, the children they're not going to have, or the lives that they will not touch, they will not grow. There's all of these things that they had contracted to do this lifetime that they're not going to do this time. And this is depressing. It's very sad to know that you're not going to be there to help Mary cross the road. Now she's going to get hit by a car and killed, that kind of a thing. So this is a major guilt they're dealing with. Um, they have to be forgiven by the people left behind. The people here have to truly in their hearts say, I forgive you. I love you in my heart. I'm letting it go. But then they have to forgive themselves. And what is the one thing that every human does to perfection? They judge. And reason we're not supposed to judge is because when you judge yourself, you judge where you think you belong. So some people will judge themselves to hell and they'll say, I don't belong in heaven, or I don't belong. And so we judge ourselves. Do not judge. You have to go through this whole process of forgiveness, and it sucks. And every one of them that I have talked to ends up rewriting their contract to come back. Can you imagine having to start over and you were halfway through, or you were 3/4 of the way through, or you were just starting off? That would suck to have to go through school again like that. Okay. People who commit suicide, the other part of this, what you need to understand, what everybody listening to this needs to understand, is we are not just here by ourselves. We are all interconnected. We are a universal collective. What we think and feel and experience, we put into this huge giant pot, and then we all feed off of that. Some people are more attuned to that giant pot. They have anxieties, they stress out, especially right now. Some people are just like, okay, I'm going to get dressed today, go get my coffee, I may go get my nails done, I'm going to go to blah, blah, blah. They're very earthbound. They're not paying any attention to the person next to them, behind them, in front of them. They're going about their day for themselves. So when someone is awakened, because we are not going to talk about those people right now, we're going to talk about the awakened soul, the person that is susceptible, is when being a spiritual being, we have guides, we have God, we have all these other energies, and we hear them. So discerning what we are hearing, never, ever, ever, ever listen to anything negative. Never, if it's about you or anyone else, because you might be mad at, like, let's say you're mad at Karen, you're like, oh, I'm so mad at Karen. And then you hear, yeah, I can't believe she would do that. Yeah, I can't believe she would do that. Really? Why would she deceive you like that? I know. Why would she deceive me like that? And you are all of a sudden having a conversation that's making you angrier and angrier. That is not God, and that is not your spirit guides. It's just not. But when we are upset, those other things that I'm going to just call little minions, okay? Not yellow, not with googly glasses. They're like, hey, 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 look at that. Look at that. There's red. Okay, somebody's in trouble over here. They're angry. Let's go help them out. And so they find that energy, be it sad, depressed, lost, defeated, whatever feelings we're dealing with that are hard, they basically find us. They feed off of what we're going through. We hear them communicating just like we hear the good stuff, the inspirations, the people who've passed over that are helping and talking and loving. We hear the negatives as well. And sometimes people are unaware of this. And so they hear, you're fat, you're ugly, nobody loves you, you're this, you're that. Why would you even be here? Look at how mean you are. You're stupid. Blah, 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 blah. Negative. Bam, 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 bam. And you hear these negative things over and over in our heads. You know, we hear this stuff. And it's because those energies are there to get rid of us. Because if they get rid of you, then you're not here to help him, and her. And they've just wiped out 4 people. 4 people gone because they succeeded. And so what you need to realize is that when you start hearing negative things, when you start feeling a certain way, you need to gather yourself up no matter what it is. You need to gather yourself up and realize that now you are susceptible to anything negative, and they're going to try to take you out because you are a child of God. You're a high spirit. I don't care which God you pray to. I don't care. They're all the same. It is a collective universe, and we're all here to help one another. And it's karma's a real thing too. So if you're sad or depressed, get through it. Acknowledge that. I'm sad today. I'm angry today. I'm mad. I'm depressed. Acknowledge those feelings. Allow yourself to feel them, and then consciously reel yourself back in so that those negative energies don't get in your head and start telling you that you're no good or you're stupid or you deserved this, because they will, and they will try to take you out. But that's a whole other like 4-hour reading. So I'm going to find some people here, but obviously more than High Priestess needed to hear that. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. My feeling there was no case. I feel like I'm at a loss because I feel like I wasted 7 months with this lawyer for nothing. Caitlin, no, I don't see this being over. I feel like whatever you're dealing with right now is a bit of like a boom, a blip, molehill, and it's going to clear up. It's going to actually pull through, and you're going to be okay. But I don't think it is a loss. I feel like you're going through a blip, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, hey, this is something new, and you're going to get, it's going to process for you, and excuse me, you'll move through this blip you think is a stalemate. It'll be okay. You're gonna, yes, it'll be good. Okay. Explain why they never just start to come for you at any time. Is there any way to tell specifically these? So Morgan, kind of like what I was just talking about, to answer your question, when we are either down or, okay, let me put it this way. This is another way. Okay. And I have talked about all of this in my book. So if you go out to Amazon.com, it's called God, Please Tie My Shoes, or The Beaches, A Journey of Answers. Both of those are on Amazon.com, and they'll ship them to you. But I talk about this in the book as well. So when we're born, we're laying there on the table, and then we've got our archangel on the side, and we have about 6 guides for this lifetime. So the archangel has been with us all of these lives, all of our lives, knows everything about us. And these guides that are here are for this lifetime. So your archangel says, this is Mary. Well, maybe not like that, but Okay, let's go with Mary. So this is Mary. And so Mary is going to be doing this on her contract. Oh, and look, she wants to learn how to do this and that and that. Oh, she wants to learn patience. Okay, we'll see this time. And so God wants her to do this. Okay, okay, she's going to do that. And what I need you guys to do, we're going to get all worked up here. What I need you guys to do is when Mary is like sitting there and she's a little sad, I want you to inspire her. I want you to lift her up. I want you to make her laugh. I want you to put a good memory in. I want you to lead her and lift her up. And they're like, Mary, Mary, Mary. Woo, woo, woo. They're all excited. Like all these guys are like so excited to get you going. They can't wait. So then on your left-hand side, you've got this darker, I don't know, devil, Satan, whoever you want to call him, a darker angel. Let's call him that. Let's call him a darker angel. And he's got his minion standing here. And he goes, oh, this is Mary. Okay, and Mary's going to do this. And oh, Mary wants to learn how to do this. And oh, God wants her to learn how to do this. And she's going to help this person. This. Okay, all right. Okay, so you guys, all right. So when Mary is down and when she's sad or depressed, I want you to kick her. And when she is curled up in the corner in a fetal position, I want you to kick her so hard she can't get up. I want you to keep kicking her. I want you to make her feel like she'll never get up again. And they're like, woo, 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 woo. They are excited. They can't wait to take Mary down. Like that is their whole thing. That proverbial angel, devil on the shoulder that you see in Tom and Jerry cartoons, it's real. It's legitimately real. And every time you hear, you're on a diet, you don't want the cookie. Oh, well, who gives a crap? Just eat the cookie. Nobody's watching. That's real. When you're going, I don't want to go out. You're right. I just did my hair. Why do they want to go out? Oh, you're going to have so much fun. Who cares if you shouldn't go out? Everybody deals with that. Everybody has that wrestling going on. What you need to learn is discernment. Pray for it. Just ask for discernment and wisdom, the ability to understand what you should and shouldn't do. So Morgan, for you and for everybody else who's listening, that's what you have to do. You may want to do this, but you know that this is what you should be doing. Everybody knows the right and wrong. Everyone does. We all have that ability within us to know. So it's just really interesting. Okay. Cindy Duggins, let's look. So I'm trying to put your mom, let's say, I'm trying to put your mom back to her old ways. Okay. That's what I'm like your question, back to her old ways. So what I'm doing is picking your mom up and putting her on your beach. I can't tell you that yes, for sure, that she's back to her own ways. However, the habit to being back in the old way is it's very enticing right now. I think that it's more comfortable for her as well as the people that she surrounds herself with. And so that is what you need to get in the way and kind of say, hey, Mom, I know that it's the cat. He's purring. You need to get in the way and say, Mom, this is not it. This is not the way to go. This is not the way to go. Don't you bite me. Just say, I'm watching you, Mom. Let her know that you're watching her and that it's not the way to go. He's trying to bite me. All right. Hello. All right. Let's take a peek here. I know there's a lot of people up here that I just want to make sure I'm not getting past. With a woman I have lost like that is my great grandma. Oh, very cool, Carol. That is so cool. So that is your great grandmother that was coming through that. All right, and you recently found your mother. Okay. Oh my gosh, so you have to go see him is what she was saying. You got to go see him. That's really, really cool. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so your husband, his birthday was yesterday. Okay. Caitlin, is that who I was just checking out there? Come on. Yes, I think that was for Caitlin. That was about your husband. Okay, so I have to go back and say, yeah, it's the same thing. It's like a blip. It's like a blip in you say where this lawyer is concerned, and all of a sudden it's like, well, wait, did you think about this? Or hey, we found it's just like a blip, and you're able to continue the case. I don't think anything is wasted. I still think that there is something to be had here. What time is it? Let's see. All right. I'm sorry, the chat keeps shutting off and then it does something really strange. And then I have to find everybody again. Okay. Yes, we should be happy we have hair, right? All right. Well, oh, there we go. I can do that without putting my finger in front of the camera. Now that's where I didn't know I could do that. So where are my people here? I got you. I'm just making sure I'm getting through everyone here. I've never read for a Jessica Mack, so let's check out Jessica Mack. And then I'm probably going to go down and eat some dinner. But again, since we're going to be on quarantine for a while, I'll probably do a couple more of these. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, but also what you have to hit is the little bell, because when I get on, it won't notify you if you don't hit the bell. So Jessica Mack, let's take a peek at you. Let's pick up Jessica and drop her on the beach. Where do her guides drop her? So Jessica, two things for you come through. One, your guides dress you up in this dress that when you turn one way, it's like a lavender, and when you turn the other way, it almost looks a little yellow. And one aspect of that is and you've got toe rings on your left foot. You're barefoot, but you have toe rings. Okay, so what this all means is that one, there is a high intuition around you, meaning your intuition is correct. You need to trust it and listen to it right now. That's one of the things your guides are telling you. Tell her to trust her instincts and her guts, because she's right. The answer is yes or whatever. It's an affirmative. Don't doubt yourself. Okay. The second part is the yellow part. There is this, you're just a super friendly person, and people enjoy meeting you and being your friend. But there is the downside is also when you are alone, there's a little bit of melancholy or sadness around you. And so you get into your own head. This combination of the way they're putting this dress tells me that you must be awakening or already awakened. And so you need to be highly aware of your ups and downs, because your emotions will be on one aspect happy and jovial, and then you can find yourself relating to the energies around you and thinking it's you that's the depressed or sad one, and it's not. You're just picking up on the people around you, so be careful of that. So then you're barefoot, which means that right now you're in control of situations around you, and that you really need to start considering cementing some of the paths in front of you, one of which educationally is going to take a bit of a turn, and you're going to end up going in a different direction for your career and education, which is awesome. So then you have those toe rings on the left-hand side, which is saying that your logic and rationale right now might be thrown off a little bit, and you want to make sure that you're paying attention to not just making an emotional decision, but really going, okay, double checking, am I being logical? Is this thoughtful? You want to be able to feel it. You want to say, this feels good. This is what I want to do. I love this. I'm passionate about this. I'm excited about this. And then balance it back out and go, is this going to make sense doing it this way? And then do it in a logical, rational way. Very simple. It's very cool. So I am going to go eat, and I left my glasses downstairs too, and my eyes, when I get to doing this after a while, they start to get real heavy and twitch. So you guys can find me on godstool.com. You can also go to Facebook, and if you hit facebook.com/God's Reader, it'll take you to my Facebook page. Believe me, I may not post every day, but I am reading every day. I also have a private group that you have to get access to there. Then you've got here and my God's Tool website, or corridor13.com. There's a lot of awesome talent on there as well. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, and all of those are Rebecca Foster or Dr. Foster. TikTok, I have a new fun thing on there too, which is a lot of fun. I'm having fun with that. Being a little crazy, letting off all that coronavirus steam. So Please, everybody who's watching, stay home. That's what they told me. If Rebecca, this is a Passover, they said, stay home, take care of you and your family, let this pass over, which means just have some faith and consider it, I'm home. Today's day one. Every time you make contact with the outside, either getting your mail or accepting a package, anytime you do anything on the outside, you start your 14 days over again, because the ultimate goal is to stay 14 days without getting sick. And if everyone can do that, well, then we're in a pretty good place. If you're sick, you stay home. Okay, don't go out. But if every time you're out, you start that 14 days over, then you know that you're going to be okay to leave after that. That's what everyone's trying to do. So if you have to go out of the home and you are working outside of the house, wash your hands, keep your distance. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. When you get home, if you can really chance to do it, leave a robe somewhere, take your clothes off, throw them right in the washer or in the dryer, or right in the washing machine, so you can get that laundry going. Um, Lysol everything, door handles. Just be precautious right now. For your 14 days, just do it and rediscover yourself and your family. So I'll talk to you guys later, and God bless you all the way across the planet. God bless us all to stay healthy, and that this will pass over, and that all of you are illness free and strong and capable of helping the person next to you with all that you can. So you guys take care, and thanks for joining me. And I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.